Hi everyone, so I'm sorry if you can hear noises in the background. Will is in the kitchen cooking us some breakfast and the dogs are in there with him, and I think he's watching something on his phone, so I'm sorry if you can hear that. I was going to film this just in silence and then put a voiceover over the top, but I just fancied actually having a little chat. So I apologise if you can hear noises in the background, but hopefully you won't be able to. Also, as always, sorry about the lighting. The lighting in my office is awful. I accidentally smashed my studio light in our house move and I have not been able to afford to replace it yet, but one day I will. And my final apology is for my awful nails. I am currently not very well with my Crohn's disease and painting my nails is not on my priority list at the moment. So since Christmas it's all just chipped off and I've just let it. But anyway, you are here for the bullet journal, not for all of my various apologies. I don't think I've shared my bullet journal at all on my channel, apart from maybe in a weekly vlog. I started using a bullet journal in August because my family was going through a really hard time and I found that my planning system was just getting left by the wayside, and I just wanted a really simple system, no frills, to be able to jot everything down that I needed to remember, and I decided to go back to a bullet journal. So this is one of the Leuchtturm 1917 A5 dotted notebooks. It's a hardcover one, it's in the colour berry pink I believe, and I absolutely love it. I put some stickers on the front, which in hindsight I wish I hadn't done because they're all peeling up and looking a bit worse for wear now, and I'm sure there was something nicer I could have done with the front, but whatever. But yeah, so I've been using this since August. It's started to get nice and chunky now. I wanted to show you the whole thing, but looking back at it there's lots of personal stuff in here, so I've decided to just show you my 2019 setup. And my 2019 setup starts with my goals for the year. I decided to do a double page spread for my goals, even though my goals themselves aren't massively big or groundbreaking or anything. I just thought it might be fun to make a proper spread with them. Sorry, I'm gonna have to have some tea. As well as my Crohn's, I've also got a cold at the moment. So yeah, I thought it might be fun to have a double page spread. All of the pens that I've used on this page are the, what are they called? They're Crayola Super Tips. I got a big pack of them one year for Christmas and I never really used them until I started bullet journaling, and I discovered that everyone else was using them because they don't really bleed that much. And like if you're good at brush lettering, which I'm not, you can also brush letter with them, but I'm really bad at brush lettering. I just do some cursive with them. I have been practicing my brush lettering, but it's just not getting any better. So yeah, so these are my goals for the year. I just put goal setting 2019 in the middle, and I used some of my planner stickers to like decorate my goals. So I thought I'd go through them a little bit with you. I am going to be having a separate video talking about my goals on my channel, but I'll just go over them briefly here. So I've got stop spending, and I am actually planning on doing a no spend year. And my page for this is here. I copied this almost entirely from someone I know called Sam. I saw it on her Instagram and I was just inspired. So I basically copied her layout, including her little like quiz questions down here. So I will put her name on the screen so you can go and look at her page, because this was totally inspired by her. But I'm trying to do a no spend year to totally retrain my brain and stop me from spending unnecessarily. So that's one of my goals there. And I've just written down why I want to stop spending and why that's important to me. Then I've got explore more, and that means explore more of the UK. I've had a couple of years where I've had some really lovely holidays, but this year money is very tight for me after a hectic year last year, and I want to explore more of the UK, so that's what that's about. I'd like to read 50 books this year. This goal here says stay ahead, and that's just about minimising procrastination and maximising productivity. I want to get ahead with my uni work and with my Patreon. I do have a Patreon. I don't mention it very much on my channel, but the link to it is always in the description. I know a lot of people from back in the day miss my creative videos, so Project Life, creative journaling, all of those videos are now on my Patreon. I've got big plans for that this year. So if you're interested in becoming a patron or just following my Patreon page for free and just seeing the sort of things that I post on there, then the link to that is in the description. And then my last goal is consistent gym and walks. The dogs normally get a round the block road walk every day, but I want to be more consistent with longer walks. It's not out of laziness at all. A lot of my anxiety is actually centered around the dogs. They are like my children, and being in lots of dog groups on Facebook, I see a lot of dogs getting attacked all the time by other dogs, and it's caused a lot of anxiety in me about dog walks, so I get very nervous having Archie off the lead, for example. So this year I want to try and conquer that fear and go on much longer walks much more often. I normally wait until Will can come with me before we go on a long walk, but I don't want to do that anymore. I want to be brave and go by myself. And consistent gym speaks for itself. I have a gym membership that at the moment I'm not really using. So that is my goal setting page for 2019. Then I have my future log, which is for January, February, March and April. I only have about half of this notebook left, and judging by how much August to December took up, I feel like I will probably only get up to April in this notebook. So I've only gone up to April. Any other items I will probably just jot down on my calendar so that they don't get missed. But for actually like planning out each month, I've just gone up to April. And again, I've just used Crayola Super Tips, some really terrible lettering up the top. Yeah, that page just speaks for itself. Then I've got 2 pages that I do kind of like. Again, I just used my Crayola Super Tips, but I've got books of 2019 and films of 2019. So books, it's just a bookshelf. I've read 3 books so far this year, and it's only the 6th, so I'm pretty impressed with that. But what I do is I draw on a little book every time I read one, and I write down the title. I did it in 2018 as well. There we go, that's my books of 2018 tracker, which is unfinished, but that's the sort of thing I'm going for. So yeah, there's the books of 2019 page, and I've got new films of 2019. So I don't go to the cinema very often, so this isn't necessarily films that I go to see in the cinema, it's just any new film that I watch. So I have a Netflix subscription, and occasionally I'll sit and watch a film on Netflix. So I want to jot those down, like the new films that I've seen. I'm definitely more of a reader than a film watcher, so I don't know how full that will get, but that's my books and films page. This is a blank page. I was going to put my cleaning tracker on there, and then I just kind of forgot. So eventually that might be a cleaning tracker. And then this is the habit tracker for January, and I haven't finished filling it out for yesterday. But as you can see, gym and a proper dog walk are the ones that are pretty empty so far. Everything else I'm pretty good at. I decided I wanted to track just everything during this first month and see what I need to make into a habit and what I'm already doing consistently. So I've got taking my medicine, and by medicine that basically means vitamins and minerals because I'm not very good at taking those. So like vitamins and minerals, reading. I've got rabbits on here. That's not to remind me to feed the rabbits. Please don't think I need reminding to feed my pets. That's to remind me to go out and spend actual time with them, because since I got the dogs, they kind of took over my life. And obviously the rabbits live outside and they're quite happy without human interaction. My rabbits are definitely not particularly fond of people, and they never have been. But I want to spend more quality time with them and create toys and like boredom breakers and stuff for them. So that's what that is reminding me to do. So for example, yesterday I didn't go out and like play with them or spend any time with them. So that's definitely something I need to remember to do today. Is it the 6th today or is it the 5th? It is the 6th, so I haven't filled this in for 2 days. Oops. I will go back and fill that in for yesterday as well. I've got a proper dog walk, so that's like taking them on a proper long walk rather than just a round the block walk. Gym, which I have not been to the gym so far this month because I have not been well. uni work. I'm currently working on my master's dissertation, so I just want to track every day that I work on that. Taking my makeup off at night. Oops, my phone's going off. Taking my makeup off at night, again, something I'm not always very good at. Cleaning, again, sporadic. Some sort of act of self-care, using my bullet journal, and no spend. So I'm already slacking with filling this in, as you can see, but I do think it's going to be useful if I can get myself together and use it every month. It's going to be useful to see the things that I'm doing well with and the things I need to work on. This is my monthly calendar, and I keep my calendar really, really simple. I have a colour code down the bottom, so you can see I've got work, university, birthdays, appointments, and videos. Videos is something I've actually added in this year. I wasn't doing this last year, but I thought it might be helpful to plan out like a basic editorial calendar type thing for the month and then try my best to stick to it. So that's what I'm doing this month. And that's basically all there is to say about that. I'm going to be posting a plan with me every month as much as I can, so you'll be able to see how I set all this up. And then we go into my weekly pages, so I'll find a blank one. This is next week, all ready and set up. I'm trying out different ways of laying out my pages this year, so all I've got next week so far is that I've got 3 videos that I want to upload. One of them's a Patreon video, one of them is this bullet journal video, and then I've got a weekly vlog to go up at the end of the week. I also have a university section at the bottom, and I'm trying to incorporate that into each page that I do. So I've got a uni section here, a uni section here, just because I really need to have that separate university to-do list, and I can see myself ticking things off, and I just think it will be a lot better for me. I go back to work this week and my routine starts to go back to normal, so I don't have anything penciled in yet because it'll just be going to work. But yeah, I really like how this page looks actually. Maybe I'll try this sort of layout again. But yeah, so then I've just tried out a few different layouts for the weeks after that, up until the end of January, because then I will go into February and I'm going to film my February plan with me shortly. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed having a little look at my bullet journal and how I've set it up so far for this year. It seemed counterproductive to do lots of collection pages in this journal because I don't think I'm going to be in this journal for that long. I think I'll finish it probably, like I said, by about April. So I just went with a few. I just did my goals, my future log, and books and films. And I don't think they'll be too difficult to replicate in a new journal if I decide to do that when I finish this one. But yeah, so I really hope you enjoyed having a little look at my bullet journal. Do let me know how you're planning this year. I'd be really interested to know. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.